Oh, yeah, you know what time it is. You already know what's going on. I'm your host, Cam Silver.
I am your co-host Kyle Silver.
Welcome back to another episode of the Silver Boys Podcast. Oh, man. Nothing overly exciting happening. Just the fact that we are approaching March. So,
Yes.
madness is starting over in college basketball right now. So, a couple buzzer beaters have been ringing out. I actually just finished watching the Rutgers game. They literally just lost off a buzzer beater to
Oh, buzzer
Michigan.
beater.
um, Michigan State last night hit a huge buzzer beater. It was a tied up game.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Gillespie, the guard for Maryland, pulls up, shoots a three, breaks it off the front rim. Trey Holloman gets it, pulls up from half court, buzzer beater.
Half court buzzer beater. That's wild. That's
That
wild.
that just hurts. That just ugh.
We
Well,
ramping up. We ramping up for March Madness. We know there's gonna be a lot of buzzer beaters that might swing the shifts and swing the power rankings that we know right now as of today, you know?
yeah, man, yeah. So it's gonna come down to the wire for a lot of these games, and we're excited for it. We are 2 weeks left in the regular season, one
Okay.
week for some teams, and yeah, then after that we're in conference tournament time, and it's put up or shut up from that point on.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Every game to the death.
Yes. If we had
Yeah.
time to, we would most definitely get into some of those teams. But breaking news is that Diana Taurasi, after an illustrious career, is retiring.
Yes, yes, that's crazy, dude. Oh my God. DT retiring, it's a long time coming, but she's putting in 20 years. That's a long time in the league, bro. That's
Mm-hmm.
a long time.
Mm.
But that's like she's up there with the greats, like Cheryl Swoops, Maya Moore, there's Breonna Stewart, there's her,
Lisa
like
Leslie.
Lisa Leslie, like she is up there. She is up there and deservingly so. She was a winner everywhere she went.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate competitor, ultimate competitor. So I'm happy for her. I'm real happy for her. Like to be honest, like for real, I love DT. I just love what she brought to the game. The lights that she made shine on the women's stage as well too. And I know she'll be doing that a lot more. Like now that she's retired and whatnot, bringing even more light, shedding even more like light and brightness on the WNBA and women's basketball as a whole.
Yeah, yeah. And one of my favorite players to watch, honestly. Just loved everything about her, loved her game. She came in, she basically changed the game, in,
Hmm.
in my opinion, like how we see Caitlin Clark starting to transcend. That's what Diana Taurasi had did. That's what the others, like a Cheryl, like you said, Cheryl Swoops and even Cheryl Miller's,
Aaron
Lisa
Miller, yeah.
Leslie, it's a lot of them. But just to read off some of her stats, like she won three national championships in a row at UConn in 2002, 2003, and 2004. And in one of those seasons was undefeated, and they're considered one of the women's best women's college hoops teams of all time. At
Hmm.
UConn, she went 22-1 in the NCAA tournament, only losing that one game her freshman year. She finished her collegiate career with 2,156 points, 628 rebounds, and 648 assists. She was drafted number 1 to the Phoenix Mercury in '04, won championships with them in '07, '09, and 2014. She was Rookie of the Year as well. In '04, won the WNBA MVP in '09 and was two-time WNBA Finals MVP, five-time scoring champion, 11-time All-Star, 14-time All-NBA, with 10 of those being a first team selection. The only WNBA player to surpass 10,000 points in 565 regular season games and 72 playoff games. She scored 1,476 points and also is the WNBA 3 points made leader with 1,447 in the regular season and 20 and 215 in the playoffs. She's also a six-time Olympic gold medalist, winning in '04, '08, 2012, 2016, 2020, and 2024.
Yo, talk about illustrious career, dog. She got gold all on her neck, all on her wrist, all on the chain, dog. Oh my God. Nah, that's nasty. That's nasty, dude. That's nasty. She is. one of the greatest to ever do it. That stat line, the fact that you got to read it off like that and put the years, man, that's like most of our episode, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
Like
like
that's
that's greatness right there. There's no other way to put it. That's greatness, dude.
bro. Like man, when I was reading that stuff and I was writing it down, like wow, like this
Yes,
is crazy.
yes, yes.
This is like it's insane. It was like I'm sitting there, I'm like wow, like it literally keeps going. It doesn't stop.
And then the fact that she I know didn't she like play overseas a little bit too?
Mhm.
So she probably definitely got some chips overseas too in
Yeah,
Russia or whatnot. You feel
yeah,
me?
something an MVP or so, maybe a championship
Something,
or two. Yeah, she got a little
something,
something over there.
something. Um,
Most most deaf.
yes, nah, man. Shout out to her. You know, a career well earned, a career that we going to celebrate for decades and decades to come. Honestly,
Yes,
as we
yes,
should.
yes. Yes. So looking forward to see what she does in the next part of her life and the next part of her journey. So
Hmm.
that would be fun. WNBA comes back in May, so be very, very interested to see how everything looks without her there, you know? So
Yes, facts, facts. Talk about a dog just on the court. So, I think we're gonna miss that a little bit, you know?
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, big time.
yeah.
Big time. Going to the NBA, no more Coach Greg Popovich this season after he had suffered a stroke earlier this season. So, prayers to him. They don't know if he's going to come back next year or in the foreseeable future. So, if we do not see him again, literally, if he's not one of the greatest, he is the greatest coach that we've ever seen.
Hmm.
One of my favorite coaches. I mainly always loved his end game interviews because you could always tell, don't none of them want to be interviewed during the game, and
Yeah.
he just makes it so obvious. Like they ask him, "What do you guys have to do better? Got to score more." Like he just give you
He,
stuff
he
like
he
that.
he
Like
laid
just
it out as it should be. There was no pomp, you know. There was
like
nothing that not needed to be said.
they be like, "What is the other team doing that you guys aren't?" Well, they got Steph Curry, we don't. Like I don't.
Yeah.
But it's literally just that simple though. For the
Hmm.
most part, it's literally just that simple. They have somebody that is astoundingly great, and we just do not have that. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's gonna be an uphill battle from here on out. But yes, great Coach Pop was more than amazing. He was everything. Never afraid to speak his mind. Had some great, I mean, great teams, great players.
Hmm.
He did a lot of good for this game, and he will always be one of the best.
Yes, I completely agree. I secondhand everything that you're saying right now. I hope he's okay. I pray that he's going to be okay. If it, like you said, if this is the last time that we see Pop, on the NBA sideline coaching, we're going to be celebrating him for years to come as well. He gave so much to the game of basketball. I believe. He put a lot of great play. He's the reason why we've seen so many great players come out of San Antonio. We
Hmm.
were excited. I was excited to see maybe how him and Wemby would pair up. He gets another big man. He gets another international player at that too. So, nobody I feel like knows those type of players better than Coach Popovich. Um, so that would have been really interesting to see. I do hope, he'll still be able to give some input, some wisdom to Wemby, in the first in the future. Hopefully, if he is done coaching, he's not done teaching, he's not done mentoring. I think that's important because he is a important figure in this basketball world. So I pray for the best and I hope we see more of him. That's all I can say.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's tough. That's tough. That's
Yeah.
tough. But moving on, Luka had his first triple double as a Laker against his former team, the Mavericks. He had
Hmm.
19 points, 12 assists, 15 rebounds. That was a great back and forth game, especially in that fourth quarter when both teams
Yes.
started
Yes.
turning up.
Yes.
The
The
three
way
started into a 3-point shootout. Clay turned into Golden State Clay and whatnot. Like I was like very impressed. But obviously the biggest thing that happened was obviously Nico Harrison was there at the game,
being
and
there, yeah.
yeah, during the whole pregame, when Luka had his pregame warm up and stuff like that, he didn't even look over Nico's way, but he hit some pretty big threes in the first quarter, and he let the Mavs bench know about it.
Yes, he did. Yo, he was yelling at him. He was yelling at him. I remember JJ Redick saying he just wants one Luca blackout game every so often. That's definitely let's just say they do meet in the playoffs for some crazy, crazy, reason, right? Right? We're going to be seeing a lot of that. And I think that should excite the NBA world most definitely. Because the way he was
Hmm.
looking over at Nico, he was like, this is why you got rid of me. Okay, okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I can do. And then you just give him LeBron.
You
Like, I
just
don't, like, man, come on. Come on.
Ron Reeves, I'm still amazed at how good they played against the Nuggets on Saturday.
They play him
That
very, very well.
that was like insanity. The fact that they basically made Jokic feel so uncomfortable, and I never thought that anybody would ever be able to make Jokic feel that uncomfortable. Jokic
hmm
only got up 7 shots,
hmm
7. I think that was like tied for like his lowest, if I'm not mistaken.
That's crazy.
Like
And think about it though. That's like, when JJ and LeBron were doing their podcast, they were talking about like, how do you defend like the dunker spot and how do with Aaron Gordon coming down and how do you look for certain things like that? How do you guys get certain things like that?
yeah,
So JJ Redick, I think has had a lot to do with that, with the stopping of Jokic, and shout out to them for really implementing like, that defensive plan and coming through with it too on the defensive end.
hmm
That's big. That's really big. Like you said, they made Jokic, one of the best players right now, look uncomfortable. They
yeah,
was
yeah.
doubling him every chance that they could, you know,
Double, tripling him,
triple.
and then as uh, as soon as he would try to get rid of the ball or anything like that, they one thing that I have noticed about them, they close out a lot harder.
hmm
Everybody plays with like this big energy on defense, which I piggyback off of you, what you said. Great job on JJ Redick. Great job on just having these guys buy into that.
hmm
Because that's not an easy thing to do. Because defense, for the most part, defense is just about effort. If you could
Effort.
just give effort, then you could do anything. You could be anybody you want to be.
hmm
So yeah, no, props to JJ. Even JJ was like, I haven't slept for 2 days straight thinking about this game. Like he was that excited. Like you know what I mean? And then Luka also had a big game. Braun had a big game. I think Austin Reeves as well had a big game. Like
hmm
everybody had themselves a day, and then
hmm
finally were able to slay that dragon of the Nuggets and getting tormented for so long.
Yeah, literally though. It was a long time y'all was getting like, y'all butt whooped out.
Hmm.
Nuggets. You feel me? But nah,
Hmm.
shout out, it's all about game planning, bro, and it's all about preparation. If you game plan and you're prepared and you execute on that to 100% of your ability, no reason why that it shouldn't continue to look like this. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Especially
and
with two greats with Luka, LeBron, and then the way AR is just like AR. Austin Reeves right now this season is like just beautiful to watch,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
Like
He
his
should
his
be.
progression, his progression is the greatest I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, he should be up there for like most improved player, in my
Yes,
opinion. He should
yes, yes.
definitely be up there because of, the games where there was no LeBron or no AD or even no
Mm-hmm.
Luka, he was dropping 40. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like he literally put the team on his back and said, "Don't worry about it, I got it." And
Mm-hmm.
that right there makes you so comfortable because then when you do have Braun and Luka and everybody else, you could just have them as like your quote unquote third option. But
Mm-hmm.
even then, like he's still gonna get his.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
so yeah, yeah, big time for them. Lakers have been the number 1 defensive rated team over these past few weeks, and
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. That's crazy. Because
yeah,
I feel like we were really worried about their defense. And,
oh yeah,
how
with
Luka is
no,
just kind of like a cone at certain points, you
hmm
know. But for them to be, ranked one, that says a lot. That says a
yeah,
lot.
and most of that is without Anthony Davis. Because remember when
Yes,
Anthony Davis went out a while ago.
he
Uh,
did.
it was
Yes.
it was what after he had went off against Charlotte, he had that 40-20 game.
hmm
And then after that, the next day, he ended up getting hurt. And then for most of that time, they've been number 1.
hmm
So that's just buying in and then also figuring out where your weaknesses are and being able to strengthen those or even hide the weaknesses too.
Hide the weaknesses. That's the most important
That's
thing.
yeah.
Yes,
And
yes.
that's the sign of a good coach. If you're able to hide your weakness and able to if you're able to hide your weakness and expose the other teams and then use it for your own good, yeah, you could do a lot.
I mean, like when you got, Jared Vanderbilt and you got, Austin Reeves, who's not small, but then you also got Rui and Dorian Finney-Smith. Those are like solid, wing defenders.
Hmm.
Dorian Finney-Smith is a 3 and D guy
Oh yeah,
to
big
the
time.
T, to the T,
Yeah,
to the T. So it's just shout out, like I said, shout out to them. They got the personnel to do it. And it's just surprising to see that, like, without Anthony Davis, like you said, it's really surprising to see how bought in they are. Like for real.
yeah,
It feels
yeah.
like it feels like they truly believe that they gained more and not lost anything. But of
Right.
course you feel like that with a player like Luka when you get like that. But just the nature of how they're playing and how the belief is there. And if you got
Right.
that belief, you got anything. And if you got
Exactly.
LeBron, you pretty much you got
You can
hope.
do it.
You got hope.
Facts, big facts.
So
Um, yeah, no, loving the way that they're looking. I think they're 2 games out of the second seed in the West right now. So that 2 through 10 in the West right now is crazy because
yes, yes it
they're
is.
all, yeah, they're all bunched up together. Everybody, like literally every night turns into a dogfight because,
Hmm.
you need to win the game and then you need 2 to 3 other teams to lose in order for you to move up. So it's a lot.
Yes. Yeah, 2 through like 6 is disgusting right now. Memphis 38 wins, Denver 38 wins, Houston 37 wins, Lakers 35, Clippers 35. But then if you even go to Golden State got 32.
Yeah.
Clippers got 32, like I said. Minnesota got 32. Dallas got, oh my God. Who's gonna be in the play-in, bro?
Yeah, who's gonna be in, who's gonna be out, it's gonna be oof, gonna come down to it. But
Yes,
yeah, no,
yes.
looking forward to it. Also the Warriors have been undefeated since getting Jimmy Butler.
Which is amazing.
Because I was worried about them because I was like, man, I don't know.
Yes.
Like I don't, like I was like, I just don't know. But I'm happy to see that it is panning out
It's working.
because
It's working
it,
right now.
it looks great. They,
One, two, three, four, yeah, 5 game win streak.
yeah. Yeah, no, they look great. Taking a lot of that pressure off of Curry, letting him
Mhm.
run around and be crazy and whatnot. And we've seen the results of that against the Magic
Yes.
as he went off for another 50 ball. So
56 wing piece dinner, as we call it. 12 threes.
it was two
12
away from
threes.
was 2 away from tying Clay's 3-point record.
No, he gonna
I
get that. Yo, he gonna get it. He gonna get it. He gonna
thought he
get
was gonna
it.
get it too. I was like, ooh, it's so close.
Yeah.
But man, Warriors are another team to yes look out for. If they get the
Mhm.
right seeding, you never know what could happen. I don't know if they'll get to the finals or whatever, but you never know. Even the Western Conference Finals will be huge for them.
It really would, and especially with a guy like Jimmy who's a mid-range assassin, can get to the free
Mhm.
throw line. That saves you a lot of energy. From on the offensive end, lets Curry rest for a little bit of time. You feel me? So he's not running around all day like he usually is.
Right,
So I think Jimmy's added a very, very different dimension to that team. And Curry, I think, is just gonna be, the product of greatness from that. And even
yeah,
Draymond, the way Draymond and him can play off of each other too.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. The West, man, the West is crazy, bro.
That's just crazy.
Oh, before we go to the NFL, did you see Paul George said that he is stopping his podcast so he could focus on helping the Sixers win
I
a
think he listened to
championship?
our episode, dude.
Yeah,
I think
probably,
I think he listened to our episode, dude.
probably
Nah, yes, I did hear that. Uh, about time. Damn it, about time. Good.
might be a
I'm glad.
little too
I was
late.
very, I was
In my
clapping.
opinion, it might be a little too late for that.
I'm saying it's about time. Like, come on, man. Y'all, they are quite literally. How are you worse than the Brooklyn Nets?
Yeah, I'm about to say they're 1 game behind Brooklyn, and Brooklyn looks like they're actively trying to lose games. They had Oklahoma City on the ropes.
Like, and OKC, they had on the ropes.
arguably the best team in the league right now. They had them on the ropes, and then they end up losing that game.
But I mean, y'all 20 and 38. What push do you think you're gonna make? You might catch Chicago, but that's about it. Like,
Yeah, at that point.
yeah, but 23 games right now, y'all in Chicago's 23 and 36. Y'all are 20 and 38. And now you want to quit podcasting? Sir,
And you're on a 9 game losing streak, and you have Golden State coming at you on Saturday night.
that's another loss. Make it 10. Make it 10.
Oh boy,
Paul George, man. Joel Embiid, man. I'm sorry, Tyrese Maxey. I'm real sorry.
I am.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry you got to go through this.
Hey man, you don't deserve this, brother. Not deserve that, brother. Going on to football now. So, the big news actually coming out of the NFL draft is coming up. We actually have the draft combine this weekend.
Mhm.
And Abdul Carter has a stress fracture in his right foot after they did further scans and had talks with other doctors. They said that it was advisable that he for him to not get surgery, which is a good thing. They also say Carter will be able to work out at the end of March, at March 28th, for his pro day at Penn State. And his agent said that they have talked to teams, and they all still believe that he still has a high possibility of being drafted number 1.
Okay. Wow.
So the way that when I've watched Abdul Carter this season, I see a lot, and I mean a lot of Michael Parsons.
Mm.
That is that might be Michael Parsons' twin.
Really?
Seriously, I am being serious. That might
Okay.
be his twin. So whoever gets him, yeah, that
You got
division
another Micah.
is
You
gonna
got
be
another defensive showstopper.
that yep, they're going to go crazy for that kid.
Okay. Okay. I hope this injury don't set him back too much. But if they're saying what you're saying, even from before the injuries, I think he'll be okay. He'll come back. It's a mentality. He'll come back and he'll be all right, and he'll probably
Yeah,
get one pick if you're saying that's true, which is wild. Defensive end
yeah.
pick. Wow.
And then, like I said, as long as he's able to work out March 28th and he doesn't look
hmm
slow or he doesn't look, like off speed or nothing like that, he'll be more than fine.
hmm
He'll be more than fine. He put up more than enough on tape that from what I've
hmm
seen. So I think he will be good. Um, Travis Kelce said that he's coming back. So
Okay.
he said, yeah, he basically said, I can't go out like that. And
Yeah, he don't got no choice.
yeah, as an athlete, we've talked about this even with Aaron Rodgers. Like,
Yes.
you're not gonna go out on a limb. Like that's not, especially after having such a great career. Yeah, no, you want to go out standing on your own too. You want to go out with like a big game, some
hmm
sort. You want to go out knowing that the season that you had, and even get into the postseason, that you did your thing.
You did
And
as best as you possibly could. Yes.
yeah, yeah. And sometimes even being, at the high status that they are, sometimes you do get knocked back down to size. And what happens that makes you focus more and that re-energizes you. And
hmm
I think that's what it's gonna do to Kelce, and I think that's what it's gonna do to that Kansas City team. So I'm very interested to see how he will look coming back. He said that he's gonna be in the best shape of his life. So all to you, my brother. And the Packers proposed to ban the tush push out of all the teams.
You just want to talk about some BS, Cam. That's all this is. That's all this is. I ain't even rooting for Philly, but like this is like fighting over something not some nonsensical stuff.
It's stupid in my opinion. Like that was dumb. And at first it came out as an anonymous team, and then very quickly people figured out that it was Green Bay.
Nah, that's crazy because they probably submitted it as an anonymous team, yo, and then they got caught.
This is not us. We know it's you. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
okay,
us.
okay. Nah, that's wild. I mean, yo, just stop it. How about that?
Yeah, how about you practice it or
Get
something?
them to
Like
not run it at the 1 yard line. How about that?
go get a few sumo wrestlers and just have them play offensive line, and then get your defense against them. Then go at it.
You better
I don't know
feed
what to
them.
tell you.
You better feed them boys them rice and them beans, all right? Them linemen. Okay?
Steaks and all that.
Not all of it. All of it. Pig lard, all of it, brother.
But I don't see them banning it. There's literally no reason to ban it.
Hmm.
There's really only two teams that really run it well, and obviously that's Philly, and then the other one being Buffalo.
Hmm.
Other than that, like no one else knows how to run it well because they can't run it well because they either don't have the offensive line, they probably don't want to get the quarterback injured, whatever.
Hmm.
But that's on you.
That's on you. That's not
Gotta,
on, that's not on Philly and on Buffalo for knowing
mm-mm,
how to run it and running it, to the execution that they believe it should be ran to, and having the type
exactly.
of quarterbacks that they can run it to, or the personnel and offensive line that they can run it. It ain't nobody else's fault. That ain't the league's fault.
I don't know what to
Go
tell you.
get you some guys. The Packers need to go get some guys that could do that. How about that? And you just got to beat them at their own thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
plain and simple.
You know what I'm
Plain,
saying? Like,
plain and simple. The 2025 salary cap will be at 279.2 million. That
mm,
is a 23.8 million increase from last year.
mm,
So, with these signings and all these, trades that are could be happening with like Debo and maybe
yes.
Matt Stafford and things of that
Cooper
nature.
Cup.
So Cooper
Yeah.
Cup, yeah, yeah. So we'll see who might have, some money left over for some of these guys.
That'll be the most important thing. Whoever got the money gonna be able to go get these guys, or at least
Hmm.
put in the offerings to go get these guys. You know. So I wonder
Yeah,
who those teams are gonna be. I really wonder.
yeah, yeah. Very interested to see.
Yes. Yes.
Very,
Yeah.
very, very, very interested to see.
Me as well. Me
Um,
as well.
the we talked about this off camera, but the thing that we have been seeing, especially with the mock drafts and things of that nature, is seeing Shador drop
Mm-hmm.
from that top three spot to still in the top 10, but I've seen him hovering around the Jets, I think at number 7. And then I see the Giants maybe taking Travis Hunter because there's a rumor that Matthew Stafford will want to go to the Giants.
Okay. Now. Okay. 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 That part I'm not mad about. That part I'm not mad about because if you got Malik and you got Trav, and then you bring in an OG quarterback such as Matt Stafford, he's gonna be able to sling that ball to these brothers.
Right.
However, we don't got an offensive line like Philly do. We don't got an offensive line like Buffalo do.
Hmm.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because even if we get these three guys, there is no telling that Matthew Stafford gonna be able to sling that ball or have enough time to do it. And that's the worry.
Yeah.
That's the worry.
Yeah. So that's why every time I'm like seeing all these mock drafts and everything on ESPN and on NFL Network and Fox Sports or whatever, CBS or whatever, and I'm just like, I love Travis. I really do.
Hmm.
I think Travis is the number 1 athlete in this class. If he's
Hmm.
number 1 athlete in a lot of classes before and maybe even after him.
Hmm.
But I don't know if the Giants can afford to go through this again
And
with
then
this.
and then there's no telling that you're gonna get Matthew Stafford in the first place either.
Exactly. So you would literally have to get him as soon as basically before the draft.
You have to get him before the draft, yeah, because then even you gotta get him while Travis is still young because then it's not like you gotta pay two dudes like that.
Yeah,
Pay
no, not
Travis.
not not even that though. I mean, like you have to get him now so that you don't make that mistake of messing around and drafting a Cam Ward or a Shador.
I
I'm not worried
understand.
about paying Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford
Hmm.
gonna be retired by the time Travis is up for his next
Hmm.
contract.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then plus Matt Stafford also asking for a lot of money. You guys for somewhere around, from what I heard, somewhere around like 40 to 50 mil. So that like that's my thing right there. So for me personally, you don't have an O line that can block. Your defense can't really stop anybody. Why in the world would Matt want to go there? Don't know.
Hmm.
Is it for the money? I don't know. I can never tell you. Also, he mainly only played in domes for most of his career. He only played in Detroit and LA. Both of those places have domes. New York don't got no dome.
New York don't got no dome.
It get cold out there in October.
Yeah, you do. Gotta do.
So it's a little different. But um yeah, I don't know. These mock drafts, man, they're crazy. to say the
Yeah.
least. They're nuts.
I think it's just people guessing, man. That's all it is right now. Right as of right now.
And the funny thing is, and then also another team, the Titans, they don't know if they're gonna keep that number 1 pick or trade it.
I know. And like what did it
And
like
then even if they do draft, who are they drafting? Are you drafting
ex
a quarterback or are they drafting Abdul Carter? Or are
exactly.
they drafting Travis?
I think the Titans hold the future for a lot of different NFL teams right now. They hold
Literally,
the future for a lot of different NFL teams.
literally. And we're about what? And we're about 2 months away, a little less
Yes.
than 2 months away from the
Yes.
draft itself.
Yes.
I think we'll have a lot more clarity after this combine this weekend.
Okay.
That's what I think. I think around next week we'll start hearing a lot more clarity because that like from what I heard, the hottest topic right now out there in Indy is Matt Stafford. Everybody wants to know where the heck he going. That's the domino right there.
That's the domino. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. We're gonna see where and when it falls, yo. For
Yeah,
real.
yeah. So it's gonna be like I said. Keep your ears open, eyes open. We'll see. But
Yeah.
till then, it's that in our episode and pretty good episode, might I say.
Great episode. Great episode. A lot of different moving factors right now. Yes, sir. March Madness about to start. I can't wait. I can't
Yes,
wait.
yes. Next week will be more of an emphasis on college ball and everything. With the end of the season coming up, we'll talk about who's in, who's out, all that good stuff.
Bet, 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 bet.
Uh, till then, I'm your host Cam Silver,
I'm your co-host Kyle Silver.
and this is the Silver Boys.
Thank you. Thank you.